Dr. Jess B. I wanted to talk to you all about
finding the best associateship.
So if you saw my last video for my introduction to 2018, you would know that I have changed my job and I'm no longer working in corporate dentistry. I'm actually now in private practice. I wanted to first let you all know that obviously there are so many different ways that you can pursue your career in dentistry once graduating from dental school. And at present, I have had two different career paths. I started out in corporate dentistry with a private practice mock model that was sponsored by corporate, and now I'm in a private practice which is growing very quickly to a group practice setting where there are multiple doctors in the office, and we have now 2 locations. I wanted to talk to you about how you can secure associateships as early as the day after graduation. In times past, you all know basically in dental school they do a lot of career fairs, vendor fairs, things like that, and we have a lot of recruiters that come to campus. And corporate dentistry tends to prey and hone in on recruiting young graduates because we are all in the same boat once we walk across that stage for the most part. We have all accumulated some type of enormous dental school debt, and we are looking to make a career out the gate, have a salary that we can live off of, and pay those student loans back. And so a lot of private practice would prefer to have dentists that have more experience instead of investing time in young dentists, unless you have a family, a friend, or relative that will take you in as a mentee. But for most of us, we graduate from dental school not having anywhere to go and looking for the best career opportunity to where we can have that work-life balance, make a good career, make good money, and pay off those student loans and enjoy our best life. The number of opportunities out there are endless, and I wanted to discuss with you how you can begin searching for that new job that you're looking for. And no, you do not have to just settle for corporate dentistry. So where do you start? And then the question is, when do you apply? Now, I know some people try and wait until after they graduate, but I think that the time is now. If you are in your 4th year of dental school and you are graduating this year, 2018, May, I want to walk you through the steps that I took personally that helped me to secure a job before I even had my dental license in the state of Arizona. Number 1, attend the Dental Society meetings. Attend the Dental Society meetings. There are a number of opportunities to network with other dentists in the profession who are looking for young dentists to take under their wing. So go to, if you're in Chicago, the Chicago Dental Society midwinter meeting, or if you're in the Western region, go to the Western Regional Dental Conference, or if you're in California, I know that you guys have the major California Dental Association conference. There are a number of conferences within the states across the United States, and they a lot of times have free admission for dental students. So take advantage of that opportunity now. Go and network. Have your business cards, even if it's just your dental school clinic business cards. Put your information on there and make sure that you are marketing your best self. So make sure you look good, smell good, feel good, and are speaking with confidence. And start talking to these people, letting them know, hey, I am a new grad coming up in May, and I'm looking for an opportunity, and I want to know if you'll invest in me, if you will take me under your wing, if you'll teach me. And you don't necessarily have to start off that way. You can just introduce yourself, start talking to them about what you've experienced and what you've learned and how much you would like to learn. And from there, you know, opportunities can present itself. Before I left Chicago, I had like 5 different job offers, but I didn't stay there because I wanted to move to Arizona with my husband. So, but it all came from the fact that at the midwinter meeting, I was chopping my jaws, talking to a lot of dentists. I didn't care if they were out in the profession for 50 years. I was not allowing that to intimidate me because they have all walked a day in your shoes looking for an opportunity so that they can start their career on the right foot. So don't be afraid to market yourself and to start networking. Number 2, Get that resume done. That resume is going to be your ticket to whatever you would like to pursue. And so you need to make sure that it's done. You know, I know that sometimes people think that the experiences in dental school don't matter. However, it is a significant portion of your career when you're walking out of those dental school doors. You need to make sure that you're documenting how many extractions you've done, how many RCTs have you done, do you feel comfortable doing them in a private practice setting, in a corporate setting, and use that information to your advantage. Put it down as your experience of what you've done, and don't think that because you're in dental school, the years of experience that you have there don't count. You've been doing fillings for 2 years. It may take 2 hours to do an occlusal, but you know how to do an occlusal, so you put that on your resume. And don't shy away from it. And I know sometimes it might sound cheesy and corny, but you have worked very hard to make sure that you meet all of your requirements for graduation, so you need to start just putting down what you've done. Start documenting things with photographs and getting your portfolio together so that you can have more than just the fact that you have a diploma, but you have your experiences, you know exactly what you want to do, where you want to grow, and what you want to learn, and this is what you've done as a result. And you show that you are very willing to grow, and that enthusiasm will definitely work in your favor. Number 3, I'm not going to knock corporate because I personally have gone the corporate route first before I stepped foot into the private practice industry. Now, with corporate, there are a number of major corporations out there that have great opportunities, and so I will not sit here and act as though it's the worst thing out there, because sometimes corporate will do a lot better than some of the private practice offices. So just try and look for those. You can go on your state society components webpage to see exactly who's marketing there. You can have a gander at that and start exploring, because I think that the time is now. If you're graduating in May, you really only have about 3 months to start the ball in this, and definitely you don't want to wait until the last minute, because you're graduating in May and so is the school next door and the school across the street and the school in the next state. There's so many dental students graduating, and some people are willing to travel across the nation just to find that job. So you definitely want to set yourself apart and start looking now, start networking, start speaking to people. Start applying, because even if you don't get a job, even if you don't get an interview from applying this early, you at least get an opportunity to see exactly the type of questions that are being asked and how you can engage in communication with some of these employers out there. Number 4, send email. And what I mean by that is I found so many different offices within the radius of where I took residence in my state. And I found those email addresses and I emailed them, and I listed, when I graduated, where did I go to school, what I'm looking for in a job opportunity, and informed them that even if they do not have an opportunity, I'd love to come and shadow, and that's kind of how that dialogue began. And like I said, I got a lot of opportunities as a result, and so I think that it's worth mentioning to step outside of your comfort zone and just start talking to people. Number 5, make sure that you start gathering information for your licensure now. Wherever state you are planning to practice in, whichever state that your board exam, your licensing exam, whether it be credits, CETA, CERTA, NERB, REB, all of those, make sure that you are looking at the states that accept that or those that have reciprocity, and that you are looking at the state's requirements for licensure and starting to gather your documents now. I know that you have to wait a while so that you can get your diploma, which won't be given for a few more months, but you can start gathering all the rest of the information now. And make sure you start saving for the financial obligation now, because some of that stuff can be pretty expensive. I know for me, I took the credits examination and I had to move to Arizona, and Arizona administers the REB, the Western Regional Examination Board, and so unfortunately they did not accept my examination without a huge a monetary contribution. I had to pay like over $2,000 just to get my license here in the state of Arizona. Not to mention the fact that you have to pay like $795 just to get the DEA license, which expires after 3 years. So yes, guess what? My DEA license expires this year because I graduated in 2015. You fail to plan, you plan to fail. So I'm just telling you now, start saving those coins, making sure that you are doing what you can to make sure you have all that money. Now, if you're fortunate enough to have your family contribute funds for that, that's perfect. Then you are 10 steps ahead of I was when I was in the position. But either way, do what you need to do to get the money. Find out what it costs. Make sure that you're setting aside a budget for it so that you can hit the ground running and not allow monetary restrictions be the reason why you're delaying getting your license. Because if you delay getting your license, you're delaying starting your career, which is delaying more money, which is delaying you paying back your student loans, which is delaying you enjoying this lavish life that us princes get to live. Just kidding. But yeah, so make sure that you're doing what you need to do in that department, okay? And that's pretty much it. All I have for now regarding seeking an associateship position, because like I said, if you're doing all of those steps, you're definitely going to land something. There's no way that after all of the hard work that you put into getting into dental school and getting through dental school and graduating and obtaining those 3 letters postnomial, that if you put in this little effort that you need to in order for you to market yourself and become the best you so that you can step into this career with a great opportunity, that you will fail. You can do anything you put your mind to. So let's get out there and let's make it happen. Until next time, peace, love, and dentistry. For more videos and the latest updates, don't forget to subscribe.